Automations are the backbone of any solid email and SMS marketing strategy. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to build automations properly within Omnisend, along with the flows that you need. Now, I want to be fully transparent. This video is a sponsored video by Omnisend, but I can 100% stand by these guys' products. We are actively transitioning some of our clients from Klaviyo to Omnisend because, mainly, I'm going to be fully transparent, Omnisend is significantly more affordable than Klaviyo and has pretty much 95% of the functionality that Klaviyo has. So if you're an e-commerce business watching this, think about it. If you're a freelancer or an agency owner, definitely think about bringing your clients over for two reasons. One, it saves your clients a bunch of money, and two, Omnisend have really, really good partner support and partner programs. So check those out. Also, quick note, in this video, I'm going to be referencing a school community. That is because this video is part of a training module within my free school community. So if you want to see the rest of the videos, or if you want to get on a call with me for 30 minutes every single week for free, click the link down below. There is a free link to join my school community, completely free, okay? It is the largest school community on email marketing in the world right now. So check it out, let's go. Anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, so we are going to be going over this board here, which you have access to in the school community for free. If you're watching this on YouTube, get on in the school community. It's free. It's the #1 school community on email marketing. Anyway, let's get into this. So in this board, you're going to see 12 different flows. Now, I'm going to go over the fundamentals around what each of these flows do in our thinking, and then how to set up one within Omnisend to then give you guidelines on how to set everything up, everything else up afterwards. Because if I went through the setup of every single one of these, it would take us hours, and I got to take my dog for a walk. So let's get into this. Within every single Omnisend account, and once again, like Omnisend, I do recommend it. It is significantly more affordable than Klaviyo, and you can do everything here, which you can also do in Klaviyo, in Omnisend. So it functions exactly the same. Okay, so first things first, I'm not going to go over the sign-up forms because we went over that in the previous module, growing your list, and you have access to my full sign-up form module within there. But we're going to go over this here. So I'm going to explain the logic behind the welcome series. All right. So within the welcome series, it's going to be triggered off of somebody joining your newsletter. And we're going to make this together live once I get through every single one of the explanations for these flows. Now, the welcome series is triggered off of somebody joining a newsletter. The core focus of a welcome series is to get a purchase. The secondary focus is to educate the reader on your brand. People overhype the education angle. The reality is people subscribe to your newsletter more often than not for a discount, meaning that is the reason they signed up to your newsletter to then get triggered into the welcome series. So the welcome series is designed to deliver that offer. So you're going to add the filters. Person can receive email marketing and placed order 0 times overall time. The reason we have the placed order 0 times overall time filter at the top is because we do not want to be selling people stuff if they've already bought something, and we instead want to let our post-purchase thank you flow take over, which I'll explain separately. So first email, plain and simple. All you're going to do is give the reader their discount code that you promised them. Plain and simple, right? Now, you should already be giving them their discount code in the final step of the sign-up form, like this, which I explained in the previous module. However, you want to ensure that you reiterate it here in the first email. 12 hours later, now in this document, which you have access to, you have a much more granular breakdown of every single email and what goes into that email. 12 hours later, you're going to send a follow-up email reminding them of their discount, or if you want to, increasing the value of your discount. The reason we do it 12 hours after somebody opts in is because 90% of your purchases that happen in the welcome series are going to happen within the first 72 hours of somebody opting in. And the reality is, if somebody opts into your discount code, is on your website, and leaves, it's because they are looking for a cheaper option. The brand that's going to get the sale is the brand that has the better product for a better price and reiterates its offer more frequently. The welcome series is designed to convey all three of those things at once aggressively within that 72-hour period. Get in your customers' faces within that first 72-hour. Get in their like this. Just get in their faces with how many emails you want to send. I've been using like a new face cream. I hope you can tell. So second email is going to reiterate the discount code. 1 day later, okay, you're going to pause. You're going to have a day. And you're going to have conditional split interest category is set. Okay. Now this conditional split is going to reference the information that they told you in the sign-up form. So you want to ask the reader what they're interested in. This is an example for a skincare brand. What matters, what's most important to your skin right now? Sensitive skincare, overnight skin boost, so on and so forth. If their interest category has been set, meaning, and I'll show you how to do this in a second, meaning they have told you what they're interested in, okay, they're going to go down the yes path. If they have not, you're going to wait 2 days, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to send them, we're actually going to change this. We're going to get rid of this time delay. I don't like that time delay. We're going to send them an email immediately 1 day later asking them what they're interested in, okay? And then you're going to use this link here to update their profile property when they click the button in their email. And if you're gonna ask them, like, hey, are you interested in chicken, oranges, bananas? When they click that button, you will take them to the landing page or a product that they told you they're interested in. If they told you they're interested in bananas, you're gonna take them to bananas. But when they click that link, you're gonna update their profile property with their interest category, okay? Then they're gonna have a 3-day delay, okay? Then you're going to categorize and split people based on the tags that they have within their profile property, okay? So if they've told you they're interested in, for example, weapons or MMA or Taekwondo, you send them an email that speaks specifically to that category. Note, this acts as like a waterfall. So if they've told you they're interested in weapons, they go down the weapons path. If they told you they're interested in MMA, they go down the MMA path, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, so on and so forth. And then after 4 days, you send them a follow-up email that adds a little bit of urgency here, okay? Now, once again, I'm not going to go into the details about every single email here. You can customize these to yourself, but I have general speaking points. Quick note, the final split, okay? The final split here will send people down a generic pathway because this acts as a waterfall. If it doesn't equal this, it goes to here. If it doesn't equal this, it goes to here, and so on and so forth. And you would assume at the very end of all these splits that either A, their interest category hasn't been mapped, or B, they just haven't told you, in which case you send them an email here that is generic and highlights your general bestsellers. And then it goes down to here, and then it sends them a reminder with their discount code. Now, this is your starting point. You can add a bunch of stuff here to the welcome series in as much as you want, okay? Then we have the abandoned cart and the abandoned checkout. I'm going to speak to the abandoned cart first because the abandoned cart, you just simply clone it to become an abandoned checkout. All right. So the flow is triggered off of somebody adding an item to their cart. I add person can receive email marketing just as an extra layer of security. You do not have to have this. Just keep in mind that you will have people going through this flow who perhaps have not opted into email marketing, which can increase your unsubscribe and spam complaint rates. If your deliverability is bad, okay, then keep that filter on. If it is good, turn it off. Now, if you want a full education breakdown on how to do deliverability properly, you'll have to go into the paid community, and we have a full module on how to do deliverability properly. So here, I'm plugging my thing here, but you got deliverability. It's a whole module on how to improve your deliverability, how to clean your list, and all the thinking behind it. Super valuable. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to split customers and non-customers. We're going to have a conditional split. Placed order 0 times overall time. If that equals yes, meaning they've never placed an order before, they go down the left-hand side, okay? The reason we split our customers and non-customers here is because we want to reiterate our discount code in every single email that our non-customers get. We know that they haven't used their discount code because they are in the non-customer side of the flow, okay? They go down here, we reiterate our discount code. We've already given it to them in the welcome series. Every email the customer gets should have a discount code, or rather a subscriber gets, who is not a customer, should have a discount code. And so they go down here. Then we have a conditional split, and we have a 50-50 split, 15 minutes and 30 minutes. On the left-hand side, they get an email that reminds them of their item along with the discount code, okay? Sorry, I paused the video a little bit, but basically we're splitting our customers up. So non-customers here, customers down there, okay? And you're gonna remind them of their discount code with the checkout URL auto-applied, okay? Now, for Omnisend, I've even given you the link right here. That is the link that you need to use. Obviously, you need to update that according to whatever your URLs are, but that is what you need to update. So I'm going to go ahead and update this. Well, sorry, this is the checkout one. I'm going to go ahead and pop that there. And we're going to get the cart one as well. Really quickly, sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to tell you something really cool that we've started doing with Inbox. I've actually created a school community where I teach you anything and everything I know about email and SMS marketing, from really advanced campaign strategies to how to simply set up your Klaviyo account, all the way to building really, really cool automations for the back end of your e-commerce store. Whether you're a business owner trying to learn how to do email marketing or an email marketer trying to learn how to become a better email marketer, there is a link in the description to this school community where I teach you everything I know. Check it out, it's worthwhile. Book a call to have a chat with me to see if you're a right fit for the community, and if you are, I'd love to get you in there. Anyway, sorry for interrupting your video, let's get back to it. So now we've got the cart URL here. That's the one that you want to use, and obviously update it, and the checkout URL there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a 1-day delay on the left-hand side here, and we're going to split people based on the item that they pulled. Right? So it's going to use a trigger split. People who add an item to their cart equaling XYZ or XYZ, you're going to send them down. Now, the way that I like to do this is I like to pick my 2 best-selling items. If you want to have more splits, you can, but let me illustrate my point. Let me make my point. So you want to have basically add to cart splits here. This add to cart split, you're going to have your best-selling. So if the item that they added to their cart is their best-selling item here, basically what you want to do is, and so in these emails, when you have these splits, so you have like the bestseller here, you're going to send an email here, okay, that reminds the item of the reader the item that they left behind with dynamic product blocks, of course. Then you're going to reiterate the discount code, and then you're going to start cross-selling other items within that collection, or speak to the benefits specifically to that product. And what you're doing is you're personalizing these emails all of a sudden, okay? And now what you're doing is you're sending emails that speak directly to the person as if they had added an item to their cart relative to the item they added to their cart, okay? So if they added apples to their cart, you have them go down an apple flow that speaks specifically to apples. Now you can do this for every single product, okay? But it gets very tedious, takes a lot of work. Personally, I would go for your top 2 or 3 bestsellers. Now, if they hit this no path here, it means it hasn't matched either one of these, meaning you send them down a general path. Then after 1 day delay, you send them a follow-up email, okay? And then you can see what that email says. On the right-hand side, you have the customer path. We know they've already bought before because of this split. Do not give them a discount code. It infuriates me when I see people giving everybody discount codes. Non-customers need the discount code. Customers do not. Customers go down this side. Exact same thing. Remind the reader of the item they left behind, okay? And then an additional reminder. Now you can do the same split here as well if you want, and speak to the products. Just make sure you exclude